Okay guys, so this next one is for hamstrings and indeed calves as well, the backs of the legs. I worry for our hamstrings and our calves for when this time is over, because I think that if we have been doing a little bit more sitting than normal, our hamstrings will shorten, okay, and so that means we won't be able to extend our leg, our knee won't work as well. I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but I suppose what I'm clumsily trying to say is that this is a really good time for us now to work on the strength, the flexibility and the health of those muscles in the backs of our legs. And it will improve everything. It will improve our ability to lengthen our stride. You know, it might place a little bit less pressure on the low part of the back as well, because surprisingly, if you have tight hamstrings, you might begin to develop or feel that like sciatica. Do you know that sense of sciatica maybe in your hips, and maybe in the low part of your back? As always, I'm not a doctor. If you feel a pain like that in your back, go to see your GP in that regard. But for me anyway, I know that I can get tightness in the backs of my legs from sometimes sitting a little bit too much, like before when I was doing a lot of driving. Or the other thing then as well, even if you are doing lots more exercise now, like lots more walking, as I am, way more walking than I would have ever done in a long time, because I have more time, I find that the backs of my legs feel a little bit tight as well. Okay, so this is useful in everything. I think it'll be useful for our younger folk as well, or anybody who's still playing football or soccer, hurling or camogie. That the importance of having lots of flexibility in the hamstrings is crucial for any of those sports as well. And if we work on the flexibility now, we will have less injuries when we return back to those sports full on. Okay, so let me get on with it, shouldn't I? Okay, now, so I'm using a strap, a yoga strap. You don't have to use a yoga strap. You can use a belt, you can use a scarf, anything. And it just, and the reason I'm using it is because our hamstrings are much more accessible to us when we're lying down. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here and have a little lie down. Okay, so this is what we do. We find ourselves lying down. Now, you know me as well. Every time I say that we lie down, we can roll the shoulders back and feel the shoulder blades on the floor, which is really useful for us. Then I'm going to take my strap and I'm going to use it on my right leg. So I pop it onto the ball of my right foot, okay? And then I can keep that left knee bent, look, so the sole of the left foot's on the mat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my heel away, okay? So now when I press my heel away, I'm definitely feeling it in the hamstring there, but you can also feel it in the calf. And in particular now, I would say, if you continue to press the heel away, you're going to feel it in the calf. You might then as well point the toes away. You know, you're going to feel it in both areas really. Okay, now in particular then, to try and target that hamstrings, what you do is you bring the foot a little closer to you. Now, the leg doesn't have to be ramrod straight. It can be bent, of course it can. Deal or work with what you have. Work with where you find in your body this morning. Okay. Now what you can do is you can straighten that left leg if that's available for you. Okay. And then what we can do then to try and target the inside of the thigh, you can hold on to that strap with your right hand and just let that leg drop out to the right hand side insofar as it can. It does not have to go very far. Just go to your edge. Do never ever go past that, and it shouldn't be painful. Okay, and then what we do, we bring it back to center. So you try, and if you can see that my heel is roughly above my hip, you know, it can even come a little bit further if that feels comfortable for you. And then you can swap the strap into the left hand and then allow that right leg to cross the body. Now this is the one where I feel somebody in my house is hoovering. So what you can feel now is you can feel that tightness there, or that lovely sensation in your calf as well as in your hamstring. And then this one is for the outer part of your thigh. Okay, so stay with the breath. And then you can come slowly and gently all the way back to center. Okay, and then you can release the strap and then try it again on the other side. So let me just run through that. I know I went through it very fast. What I would say is you can try and hold each position for 5 breaths. Okay, so remember, toes towards the face and point them away, toes to the face and away. Try and hold it for 5 breaths. Hold on to it with the strap with the right hand, or actually maybe with both hands, and just pull it a little bit closer to the face. Let it out to the side, cross the body, let it across the body. Okay, and then that should be You know, I suppose I'm trying to offer things that are fast but very effective. They are fast and they are very effective. Having said that, try and hold it if you can for 5 breaths. There's no need to rush it, only if you just didn't have the time. There's my thumb, look. So that's all I was going to say, guys, about our hamstrings. Look out for them. They're very, very important muscles in our body, obviously. But anyway, so that's my hamstring. All right, take care, guys. Bye, 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 bye.